Hello and welcome back to my channel. Finally, we're getting to EXO. I know they're one of the biggest K-pop groups out there. I've been requested them a ton. The only songs I know of them are Monster and Obsession. I love both of those songs, but now it's finally time to dive a bit deeper. And I know they have a comeback coming up very, very soon, so I thought what better a time to check them out. We're gonna look at the member list real quick because I know some of these members for sure, like 100%. Okay, so EXO currently consists of 9 members. So we've had some members leave. Suho, Jumin, Lay, I know. We've done a reaction to one of Lay's solo songs. I love the artistry of it. I love the visuals. Didn't really care for it as a solo song itself to listen to, you know, on my own. Baekhyun, we know Baekhyun, crazy vocals. Chen, I think, is he also the one with crazy vocals in Obsession? Chenyol, D.O., Kai, we know Kai, and Sehun. So I don't know most of them. I only really know Baekhyun. I've heard of Chen. I know Lay, and I've heard of Chenyol. That's pretty much, oh, and Kai. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it when it comes to the members. And Suho being the leader, and for some reason, I've never heard of him. I don't know how. I don't know how that's possible. I do like that these members are older than me. That fills me with happiness. So many of these idols are born in 2004, 3 these days that it's weirding me out. So I like to see some older idols still, you know, killing the game. Lay is considered the main dancer. Okay, so I had no idea about that. But there are subunits of EXO. EXO M, EXO CBX. What the hell? I'm getting in deep. Oh, we're getting in deep. Okay, so there's Baekhyun, considered the main vocalist of this group. His subunit is EXO K, EXO CB. What is wrong with SM? Why do they gotta do this to us? I'm just barely getting my head around all of NCT, and it's been a while already, and now we're introducing this. Now, Baekhyun, I wouldn't recognize just from his face, which is unfortunate, but I will recognize him from his voice, I think. And then Chen is the one that I'm thinking of in Obsession. I'm pretty sure he has some demon eyes in it. I think not Kai though, because Kai is the one. He's the one with the midriff. He's the one with the abs showing like crazy and making everybody, all the dudes, jealous because they want his abs. Chenyol, he has the pink hair in it, so he's the rapper. He's the one that goes off in Obsession. Okay, all right. We're gonna leave it at that. Let's get to the songs. So I'd asked you guys on Twitter, what are 2 songs that would be great introductions to EXO? You guys know that when I look into a new group, I typically like to listen to their most recent song and their first song, their debut. But because I already know Obsession from EXO, and I think that was their last comeback, that's a no-go. So we're gonna go with Mama, which was their debut, and then we're gonna go with Growl, which is supposedly the song that blew them up. Funny enough, looking at the image for this, the thumbnail, I think I might have seen this back when it dropped in 2013. There was like a small segment in there in 2013 where it's like, let's like get deep into K-pop, because if you guys know that I got into Girls' Generation and things like that back in the day, so 2008-9, but then around 2012-13 I was like, oh, let's try getting in a little bit harder, and I couldn't with the male groups, and I think Growl was maybe one of them I just couldn't get behind. But now my mindset is completely different these days, so it's going to be interesting to view it and see if I recognize anything. But let's go with Mama.
When the skies and the grounds were one, the legends, through their 12 forces,
Excuse me?
nurtured the tree of life. An eye of red force created the evil which coveted the heart of tree of life, and the heart slowly grew dry. To attend and embrace the heart of
SM loves to just bite off way more than they can chew usually with like the concepts. So I don't know where EXO is starting with this. I know SM loves to start a concept and then trail off on it. So we'll see if the aespa thing even lasts past like a year and a half. I don't know if this is still going around, whatever we're looking at right now.
The legends hereby divide the tree in half and hide each side.
This is some
Hence,
Avatar
time is overturned.
Lord of the
and
Rings
space
shit.
turns askew. The 12 forces divide into 2 and create 2 suns that look alike.
And then the Fire Nation
Into 2
attacked.
worlds that seem alike. The legends travel apart. The legends shall now see the same sky, but shall stand on different ground.
I mean, this animation's really cool.
Stand on the same ground, but shall see different skies. The day the grounds beget a single file before one sky.
My favorite thing is that there are no captions on this video, yet the beginning intro is in English and there's Hangul captions, and
Worlds that seem alike.
there's going to be no English captions for the song, I think.
Will greet each other. The day the red forces purify and the troll forces reunite.
What are we
into
watching?
one perfect route.
I mean, that
A
was
new
cool.
world shall open up.
But there was like a lot of information and I wasn't ready for that. Oh my god. They had like a fantasy sci-fi theme? What the fuck is going on?
Careless, shook anonymous, motherless,
Oh, this was the day where we had like ads hard coded into the video. Wow, that was the worst. All right, we're chanting in tongues. Dude, these vocals are wild. Why is this hard? I say it all the time. I know you guys are sick of it, but when an MV just so much looks like the era that it came from, this looks like so K-pop 2012, 2013. Okay. They got superpowers? I like the emo boy. I like that hair. What am I watching right now? I have never heard anything. This is like the lead up to like a feature film, like a fantasy film. The instrumentation of this song is so different, so out there compared to what I'm used to what you're gonna hear in K-pop these days. This is very unique to me. And they can fucking sing, man. There's 6 of them right there. I can't recognize a soul though. Because it's like a chant, it comes off so aggressive. But it's pretty at the same time being very theatrical and having like strings in the background and very film-like. His hair. Okay, alright. There's a lot of storyline stuff in this? Whoa, I like the dude that controls a phoenix. They all seem to have superpowers. I didn't know that was the thing. Dude, this era of K-pop had some badass dance breaks though. You're gonna throw in the electric guitar, I'm sold. Whoa! I think that's the first time I've ever heard someone legit fucking... If you guys don't know, I come from a background of listening to, like, metal, rock, hardcore music. We just heard someone fucking scream in a K-pop song, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Who is that? What the hell? This is like Ride of the Valkyries type shit. The chanting and screaming and mama-mamaing. Are they actually doing those vocals? Or like choir-like vocals? The more you listen to this, the more you get into it. I think there's like a shock factor at first, and I was just like, what the hell am I listening to? Oh, the mirrored images. Are they gonna sacrifice somebody? Like... Oh, okay, wait, EXO-K? Oh, wait, so is this just one of the sub-units of EXO then? First mini-album title song, Mama of EXO-K and EXO-M, so was it like a split? Like, did EXO-K do some songs and EXO-M do some songs, and then they combine, and then EXO, I don't... Guys, this is so much. This is so much information all at once, and I can barely even wrap my head around the goddamn song. It was wild, it was orchestral, it was epic and grand. They had like Norse seeming vocals in the way that they chanted. Superpowers, someone started screaming, someone's flipping around doing corkscrews in the air. That was a lot. That was so much. It was undeniably of this era, second gen leaning a little bit, even though this is pretty far along, you know, more third gen, not second gen. But it still gives you that, just the way that their styling is done, their eye makeup, their hair. It's certainly of that era, like when I reacted BAP and groups like that. But once you get beyond that, because that is like a culture shock, very different from what they look like now, especially knowing what they look like in Obsession, this is striking and a statement piece. SM is always very, very grandiose with all of their ideas, everything that they do. Lee Soo-man, just a certain type of guy, man. High-ass concept, crazy concepts. I wouldn't be surprised if the dude is high himself when he makes these things, because that is crazy. All right, now we're going to move on to Growl, which was, in comparison, a year and a half later about, so not too far removed, really, not too far removed. So if this was like the song that really blew them up, they seem to kind of get off the ground running quick. Now this just says EXO. This has no subunit attached. I've seen this MV probably 8 years ago. Oh wait, no captions. Yep. This was an era of 2013. You got no captions in 2013. Oh, so it's kind of so funky. I'm trying my best to recognize Baekhyun and Kai, and I just can't. I know they are in Super M, but I'm struggling here. Command Center is staring into my soul. Oh, so this song is full of style. Swag for days. The New York hat. There's so many of them. Wait, so are these the two? Are these the EXO-K and EXO-M? Because I know one is the Chinese subunit EXO-M. Are these like the two separated units, and then they're gonna combine in this song? Whoa! I like that little hop step. They look like babies here. This has a bass line that reminds me of like a late 90s, early 2000s R&B song. Like this came from like an Aaliyah track. This is showing some variety though. This is so different from Mama. Oh, whoa. Look at this get up, like stopped halfway. Whoa, dude, the strength and the balance that takes. And then so clean. It's a little B-boy inspired there. Are you Baekhyun? I hear great vocals and I'm just gonna assume it. We got a wanted poster of your face on it. Is that you? Dusting his shoulder off. Oh, and the drop back to that original bass line. This song is just cool and suave, and you've got that kind of mix between, I guess, their old selves, where that last song was a bit more strange, fantastical, aggressive, though. And here they're in, like, these schoolboy outfits, the kind of slick outfits, but some have their sleeves ripped or are a little bit more unkempt, street-weared up. It's like rodeo. Oh, dude, they can dance though as a cohesive unit. And we go into his hat, and then we go into his hat. See, and then I'm looking at Obsession, and I know Obsession, and it is just so different from this. Clearly, obviously, there's so many years removed, but in the amount of members too, look how many of them there are here, and how little of them there are in Obsession. What do we got? 6. We got 6 in that one. And then Tempo, I do see with EXO, they're a big enough group that their songs are kind of everywhere, and you hear them. But like I've seen groups cover their songs like crazy. Love Shot. I know a lot of these songs musically, but I've never seen the MVs and I've never heard them in their entirety, just mostly cover dances of them. But wow, EXO. Wow. I gotta say that Growl was a bit more of what I expected going into this. Mama was so out of left field. That song, I gotta imagine that scares a lot of people away when they're trying to get into EXO, and if you guys are like, check out their debut with Mama, and it is just so strange and so different, but I'm someone that really likes that uniqueness. I thought that a lot of that sound, because it was so incredibly varied and experimental and different, that's kind of why I got into K-pop in the first place. I want to hear something that is strange and you make something work more than like the sum of its parts kind of thing, and that's what I think they do with Mama. Growl is way more easily digestible, funky, cool, and what I would expect from EXO, and Mama is just not that kind of song, but I love them both. I thought they were both really cool, with Growl kind of leaning towards what I expected here for them going forward when we get a little bit deeper into them. And Mama, like, is this a storyline? Is there a narrative with EXO? Because SM likes to do that shit. They like to do it with their NCT units. They like to do it with aespa. So clearly there's maybe something going on with EXO, but I don't know if they kind of nix that storyline a year or two in. You guys, please let me know. There's so much I do not know about EXO, and I know a lot of you are always excited. I'm always excited to get new people into my favorite group, so please give me some more information, their background, the subunits, how that works. Do they combine at one point? Are the subunits even a thing anymore? Or is it just straight up just EXO? I don't know, so please let me know. I think the comeback is on June 7th, so I'll at least have a little bit of knowledge going into that, but I'm excited to get into a new group because it's been a while since we've done like a heavy dive into a new group, and I have chosen EXO, so let's do it. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you are new and you want to join me along this journey, see what I think of the releases as we go, maybe check out some albums, live stages, what have you. I've got a lot of different content across male groups, female groups, Patreon. We got live stages, album reactions, variety shows. We're checking out Kingdom, so lots of stuff to go around. Please stick around, join me down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.